We are ever grateful as we owe before you all that we have and all that we are. Father, in our every sport and tournament, we ask you, keep us away from any danger, injury, accident, or untoward incident. Keep us safe and free from the infectious COVID-19, and keep us reminded to show true friendship and sportsmanship, that in our actions and showcase of skills and talents, your name may be praised. In your kindness and inspiration, continue making us mature and grow into the best versions of ourselves, where in anything and everything we do it for your greater glory. This we pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Thank you very much. You may go back to your respective places. Happy Halloween, everyone. It's Pacific Water Queens versus Quezon Lady SparTANs on the Cayetano WNBL 2021 season. Ang tunay na liga ng atletang Pilipina.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Halloween from the Bren Z Gao Convention Center. It is already a festive mood here in Pampanga for another edition of the Pia Cayetano Women's National Basketball League season. The matchup between the Lady Spartan and the Pacific Water Queens, two teams that are ready to rise up in this tournament. Good afternoon. Again, I'm Christian Jacinto, and I will be your host in this game, calling the action in this crucial matchup between two teams that are looking for all-important wins in this tournament. As we look at the standings, Quezon Lady Spartans are looking to climb up out of the cellar with a 1-4 record, while the Pacific Water Queens are also looking to get that win number 2 with a 1-6 record. They're chasing the Taguig City Lady Generals with a 3-3 record, and the Glutagens Glow Boosters with a 4-2 record. The Parañaque Lady Aces, of course, undefeated at 6-0. We look back at the previous game, a low-scoring win for the Generals. The Queens suffering a 34-43 loss to the Lady Generals. They just shot 22% from the field, 8 of 21 from the free throw shooting, and turned the ball over 25 times, resulting to 16 points for the Lady Generals. Certainly not a good way for the Queens, not a good outing for the Queens, and they will be looking to bounce back here against the Quezon Lady Spartan. Speaking of the Lady Spartan, we look at their last outing, unable to go toe-to-toe with the unbeaten Lady Aces. They lost 68-48. Field goals was a problem, 29.9% on the field. Out-rebounded 58-31 and out-assisted 26-13. So it's something that they need to fix heading into this contest. So right now, we turn you over to the court, Barker, for the formal introductions.
It's spectacular Sunday here at the Bren Z Gao Convention Center. Happy Halloween and welcome to another quadruple header. Our first matchup is Pacific Water Queens versus Quezon Lady Spartans of the Pia Cayetano WNBL 2021 season. Ang tunay na liga ng atletang Pilipina. This is history for women's basketball. Here are the starters. First, for Pacific Water Queens. Starting at guard, number 6, Christine Cortizano. At forward, number 21, Shelin Bilbao. Playing center, number 19, Cara Buendia. Starting at forward, number 10, Snow Peñaranda. And at one guard, number 8, Jolina Go. Pacific Water Queens is led by Paolo Pagkalinawan. And here's the starting five for Quezon Lady Spartans. Point guard number 1, Kat Araha. At the other guard, number 2, Jade Valenzuela. Coming in at center, number 12, Jo Razalo. At forward, number 14, Nika Tupas. At the other forward, number 20, Chiqui Faraon. Quezon Lady Spartans head coach is Melky Villanueva. Referees for this ball game are Rolando Francisco, Michael Mesias.
Our starters for both teams, Kathleen Araha and Jade Valenzuela, start the backcourt for the Lady Spartans. Jo Razalo, Nika Topas, and Chiqui Faraon completing the starting lineup for the Lady Spartans. Jolina Go, Christine Cortizano, Cara Buendia, Snow Peñaranda, and Shelling Bilbao will banner the Pacific Water Queens. Our referees, Mr. Francisco, Mr. Mesias, Mr. Santana, and Mr. Sarmiento, who will be taking order in this crucial match between two teams looking to get their second win in the WNBL. The Queens get first possession. Peñaranda, a floater there. That won't go for Cortizano, but they get it right back. Peñaranda on the free throw line. Peñaranda, power move. No good. She gets it right back. Peñaranda once more. Peñaranda being hounded by 3 white shirts, and they force a steal. Here comes Valenzuela. Back to Araha. Araha using that Faraon pick. Araha attacks, drops it over. That's a good pass and a good finish for Razolo. Joe Razolo, first 2 points of the game for the Lady Spartan. Here's Cortesano once more, sizing up her defender. Oh, that's a good steal by Valenzuela. Just taking it away from Cortesano as we look at that good drop pass from Valenzuela to Razolo. And here's Araha. Over to Valenzuela on the corner. Valenzuela. Razolo. Razolo. Another short stab. This time it won't go in. And here come the Pacific Water Queens. Jolina Go. Over to Peñaranda. Snow Peñaranda takes the three. The bank is open on a Sunday for Snow Peñaranda. And that's the first 3 points of the game. The Queens take a 3-2 lead. Valenzuela being defended by Cortesano. Here's Jimenez. The drive, no good. Rebound by Peñaranda, she's pushing it. Peñaranda using that screen. Peñaranda attacks, drops it over. Here's Jolina Go for three. That won't go in. And Araha gets the rebound. Araha, forward pass. Faraon, wide open. Easy 2 points for Faraon. That's a good pass from Kathleen Araha. Finding leaking Faraon. Here's Peñaranda. Using that Buendia pick. Peñaranda hit one earlier. This time it's short. And her teammate Bilbao trying to keep that ball alive. But it will fall out of bounds. That's the fast break. The primary offense of Quezon Lady Spartan. Going to work early. And here's Araha. Good pass, but Faraon not ready for it. But a good intention from Araha to turn the ball over. Here's Cortesano. Over to Peñaranda. Peñaranda. Ball is tapped. And the Queens will retain possession. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Go underneath. Peñaranda decides to take it anyway. And Peñaranda now with her 5th point. Again using the glass for that 2-pointer. Here's Araha. Araha. Guarded by Peñaranda. Araha. Kicks it out. The jumper, that won't go in. Jimenez, offensive board. Jimenez still won't go, and the rebound by Buendia. Here's Jolina Go. Go. Over to Peñaranda. There's a fake. Cortesano. Cortesano, the floater is fouled. And will go to the free throw line. She'll go to the free throw line, rather. Again, I would like to remind you that this game will be on delayed telecast on Solar Sports on Tuesday, November 2, 2021 at 8 p.m. Snow Peñaranda using the glass there. And we all know that she can put up numbers as Cortesano hits the second free throw. So right now, the Queens up 6-4. And here's Valenzuela. Over to Jimenez. Jimenez, the three-pointer, won't go in. Battle for the rebound. Oh, good hustle play by Araha, keeping the ball alive. Over to Razalo. Razalo powering her way through, and we're now tied at 6 apiece. And here's Cortesano, almost losing it. Look at the defense by Araha, and the hustle play from Razalo, forcing the jump ball. So the scrambling defense, we look at Razalo just barreling her way through. That's a strong move right there for Jo Razalo. She scored her 4th point. And Peñaranda gets the jump ball. 10 seconds to shoot. Peñaranda looking to attack. Peñaranda is fouled. And Snow Peñaranda will go to the line. Shoot free throws. That's not good news for, as it will be Jo Razalo's 2nd personal foul. Peñaranda's first free throw, though, is in and out. When you look at the averages of Snow Peñaranda, 18.6 points, 14 boards per game. Just doing it all for the Pacific Water Queens. As she hits that 2nd free throw, Faraon, no good. And Go gets the rebound. Go now, looking to attack. Go, met by the double, and Valenzuela is called for the personal. Just the first personal foul for Jade Valenzuela. And here's Buendia, over to Peñaranda. Drop pass, good pass, and a strong finish for Christine Cortizano. And the Queens now take a 3-point lead in the halfway mark of the first quarter. Here's Jimenez. Her pass almost taken away by Cortizano, but they will retain possession. That's a great find by Peñaranda over the last play there. Cortizano almost another steal. Valenzuela, drop pass to Jimenez. That won't go in. Cortizano the rebound, and Peñaranda will now lead the attack. Peñaranda, hounded by 2 white shirts. Here's Cortizano. Cortizano, almost another turnover. And Valenzuela will force the jump ball. You see the backcourt of the Lady Spartan in Valenzuela and Nara just giving in the energy on the defensive end, forcing jump balls, forcing turnovers. So it's something that the Queens will have to look out for. But Peñaranda recovers. Peñaranda, again hounded by the 2 backcourt of the Lady Spartan. Here comes Valenzuela. And Go breaks up that fast break, but impressive defensive stand so far by the guards of the Lady Spartan, forcing one turnover after the other. And here's Valenzuela for 3. Jade Valenzuela showing that she's not only a pesky defender, she will also make you pay if you leave her wide open. And we are tied once more at 9 apiece. Here's Peñaranda. Over to Buendia. That elbow jumper. Long. Rebound Cortizano. Cortizano on the second chance. No. Bilbao. And finally, Bilbao scores on the 3rd attempt to put the Queens back up to 2 points. 11-9 with 3:37 remaining in the first period. Here's Valenzuela. Looking for a friend. She finds Faraon. Over to Ara for 3. No good. The rebound by Faraon. Faraon hounded by 2 Queens, but she recovers. Valenzuela one more time. Won't go in this time and go with the rebound. Go starting to attack. Go met by 2 white shirts. Gets it to go anyway. And Jolina Go scores her first 2 points of the game to give the Queens a 13-9 lead. Jimenez. Underneath to Razalo. Razalo. Back to Ara. Ara fakes. Ara sidestepping move. Everything but the shot for Ara, but she gets it right back. Ara. Over to Faraon. Faraon. Good short stab for Faraon. And the lead of the Queens now back down to a 2-pointer. Peñaranda using that Buendia pick. Peñaranda met by 2 defenders once more, but this time she finds Cortizano. That won't go in. Battle for the rebound. Picked up by Jimenez, and here comes Valenzuela. Valenzuela using her speed. Valenzuela attacks.
No good in the rebound by Bilbao. But Arag picks it off to Jimenez. That's good. And again, the guards of the Lady Spartan in Araha, Valenzuela, and Jimenez doing work here for them. And look at how scrappy that pressure is. But that leaves Cortesano wide open for three. That is short though. But the Pacific Water Queens will get possession right back. Sparaon getting her second basket of the game. Araha just leading the way offensively, or rather as a point guard. And a timeout is called. We will be back shortly. Stay tuned. Lady Spartan just blew the Pacific Water Queens out of the water, winning 69-54. You know, they forced the Queens to 33 turnovers and scored 33 off it, and that was pretty much the story of the game. We can see that they're once again trying to do that here in this game as the guards led by Kat Araha and Jade Valenzuela, we're looking at Kat Araha right now, have pressured the Water Queens as a foul is called on Ventura. But as I've said, it's the guards doing work for the Lady Spartan. Just a little too eager there for Ventura. And here's Go. Go once again. Look at how aggressive the defense of the Lady Spartans are. And they go underneath. Peñaranda forces it in. And that won't go in. There's Valenzuela. Over to Ventura. Underneath, Faraon. Faraon, hook shot, no good. Rebound, Peñaranda. Peñaranda, 17 seconds, 16 seconds. Oh, and she gets it across in time. And Peñaranda loses it, however. Razalo over to Faraon. Here's Valenzuela. Valenzuela stops, pops. Short for Valenzuela. But they save it. And on the other end is Snow Peñaranda. Snow Peñaranda underneath. Good find, good pass, and good finish for Towler. And the Water Queens back up 15-13. Here's Ventura. Using that pick, Ventura over to Faraon. Elbow jumper. That's good for Faraon. And Chiqui Faraon now with 6 points in the game to tie the lead, to tie the game at 15. And here's Go. Go met by Ventura. Look at how aggressive that trap is. But they will be called for a kickball. But once again, you see the tactic or the game plan of the Quezon Lady Spartan is to trap the ball handler each time they go to a pick and roll. And they have been successful so far. Oh, that's a good find and a good cut, but Adriano misses it. And on the counter with 4 seconds to go, here's the Lady Spartan, good drop pass. There's the fake, the jumper by Ventura is blocked. And after 10 minutes of action, we are tied at 15 points apiece. Lady Spartan, the Pacific Water Queens, in for a close fight in this Halloween special. A thriller here at the Brenzi Gao Convention Center. And we can expect this to be as close as they come moving forward. The second quarter of action, when we return, the game is tied at 15. Look at the tournament format here in the WNBL. Each team will play double round elimination, and one team will get eliminated. The semifinals will be a best of 3. The first seed will take on the 4th seed, and the second and third seed will take on each other. And the winners of that pairing will meet in a best of 3 finals to determine the winner of the Pio Cayetano WNBL season. And this is a very important game for both teams because the Pacific Water Queens would want to move up the spot and dislodge the Stan Quezon Lady Spartan out of there in the 4th spot. Of course, the Stan Quezon Lady Spartans would want to stay there. As we go back to the second quarter of action, Ventura misses, and the rebound by Sebastian. Strong rebound there, nearly loses the basketball and completely does, and here's Taroa. Taroa gives it back, Valenzuela with the fake, Valenzuela, jumper, no good, the rebound by Thaler. And here come the Queens. Sidestepping move, good defense there. Nowhere to go for Mamaril, but they turn the ball over. And here's Sebastian, underneath, Thaler, good pass by Thaler, but that will miss. Thaler gets a second chance, won't go in, and Razalo gets the rebound. Razalo goes all the way and is fouled by Sebastian. First personal foul for Sebastian. Just reminding you that all games are live via the SIG network, the NBL Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. So again, don't forget to follow those social media pages, SIG network, NBL Facebook page, and of course our NBL YouTube channel, where you can watch it live, watch the replays, and get updates in the WNBL and the NBL. So go back to live action. Again, the Spartans almost forcing a turnover. And here's Thaler. Thaler loses the ball. And the foul by Bautista. Oh, rather Balasta. Ventura now. Ventura using that pick. Ventura swings it over to Valenzuela. Over to Razalo. Razalo, power move. Razalo, foul. Won't get the basket, but she will troop to the line for 2 free throws. Razalo has been active in this game, but she misses her first free throw. One of 2 for Razalo. And that will be her 6th point of the game. And a 2-point lead for the Lady Spartan. There's Mamaril. Over to Balasta, underneath to Thaler. Balasta thinks about it. Balasta hesitates. Balasta, 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Balasta underneath. The jumper, that won't go in for Adriano. And another solid defensive play there for the Quezon Lady Spartan as Ara checks in for Jade Valenzuela. And here's the Austria. The Austria is fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. The foul will be on Thaler. Angelica the Austria hits her first free throw. Snow Penaranda getting back in. Just quick rest for her as the Austria hits 2 free throws to give the Lady Spartan a 4-point lead. Here's Balasta. Penaranda loses the basketball once more. Ventura battling for it. And a jump ball between Ventura and I think that's Adriano, or rather Mamaril, asking for a travel, but that would be a jump ball. And the Austria gets the jump ball. Here's Ventura. Ventura, the fake. Ventura gets the foul on Snow Peñaranda. And Peñaranda can't believe it. But that's just a smart play for Ventura. Nowhere to go there. But somehow got the fishing expedition to work. Hits the first free throw as well. Dayan Ventura averaging 8.6 points per game. To go along 2.4 assists per game. And she hits 2 free throws, almost another steal there. And here's Balasta. Balasta turns the ball over. Good defense by the Austria. And Balasta is hurt, but they play on. And Peñaranda holds her ground. And we look at Balasta here on the other end as she seems to have hurt herself after that. Let's see what happened here. There's a collision with the Austria. Not clear what happened with Balasta. But it's certain that it came after that move with the Austria. And she's holding on to her right leg. And let's hope that it's nothing serious for Balasta. It's nice to see that she's walking it off. And we'll give you more updates if we find out more. Let's back to the ball game. Razalo misses on that power move. Here's Peñaranda using that Adriano pick. The fake. The jumper, that's good for Sebastian. One dribble using the glass. And sweep the lead of the Lady Spartan to just 4 points. Razalo kicks it out. The Austria to Taroa. Taroa kicks it out over the corner. Araha. Good defense by Jolina Go, forcing Araha to step on the baseline. And just excellent anticipation right there. Look at that. No entry, says Jolina Go. Here's Adriano. Adriano met by the trap. Over to Peñaranda. Underneath. That's another good move for Mamaril. Valerie Mamaril now with 4 points. And the lead of the Lady Spartans is cut down to 2. And Mamaril gets the steal. Mamaril now, they have numbers, 3-on-2, Mamaril to Peñaranda. Tapped out of bounds by Araha, but the Lady Spartan will retain possession. And Mamaril just powering her way through, using her advantage over cut Araha. And Faraon checks it back in to give Razalo a breather. And on the inbounds, almost a turnover. Just Faraon tapping the ball out of bounds. Here's Go. Go's been quiet, but she misses right there. And the Lady Spartan get the ball. Here's Ventura, left wide open for three. That's good. And the first three-pointer of the night for Ventura. Now has 5, and there's a steal right there. They had Ventura once more. Ventura goes all the way, won't go in. Peñaranda the rebound, and on the other end is Go. They have numbers. Go drops it over. There's the fake. Sebastian attacks, no good, and the rebound by Adriano. Back to Go. Go, floater. That is good for Jolina Go, and that would be the 4th point of Jolina Go in this game, averaging nearly 13 in the tournament. So we expect more from her later. Faraon, oh, beautiful move. That's a beautiful big man move there for Chinky Faraon. He's finding the step on the defender. And it's a 5-point lead for the Lady Spartan. Go underneath, Sebastian attacks. Sebastian kicks it out, a three-pointer. Adriano, no good. Rebound by Go. Over to Mamaril. Mamaril fakes. Mamaril nearly loses the basketball. Oh, almost loses it. And the battle for the loose ball. Ball will stay with the Pacific Water Queens, but shot clock is down to 0.4 seconds as we look at that beautiful footwork by Faraon. Stopping when she saw Go, and then finding ways to put it in as the ball swings over to the Lady Spartan. Here's Faraon once more, over to Ara. This time it's Ara's turn to turn the ball over. On the counter, Cortizano. Cortizano, good pass, good finish by Buendia. Cortizano just luring the defenders, and Cara Buendia too strong for the finish. Buendia, however, won't complete the three-point play as Faraon gets the rebound. And here's Araha now. Over to Ventura, underneath, Jimenez. Ventura, no good. That is short for Ventura. Here's Cortizano, throws the ball away. Thomas gets the steal. Ara and Snow Peñaranda is called for the kickball. Pupas now inbounding. And here's Ara. Over to Ventura. Ventura waiting for that Faraon pick. Ventura attacks. Ventura stops. Good defense by Mamaril. And here's Jolina Go on the counter. Jolina Go looking to attack. Jolina Go goes all the way. And that's easy 2 points for Jolina Go. And the lead now of the Lady Spartan is down to a single point. And that Gatorade Fast Break Blast was brought to you by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade, and nothing's going to beat Jolina Go there on the fast break. And when she gets her momentum, she is very hard to stop. And Kat Ara there, missing that first free throw. Over 2 for Kat Ara. And the rebound by Peñaranda. Over to Cortizano. Cortizano is fouled by Ara. And just the second team foul of the Quezon Lady Spartan. There's Go, wide open for 3. Right now, Jolina Go is feeling it. she's someone that they wouldn't want to heat up if you're the Quezon Lady Spartan, as the Queens take a 2-point lead once more. 9 points now in the game for Jolina Go. And here's Ara. Splits the double team. Ara is fouled. And look at how wide open Jolina Go is. And when you leave her wide open, she's going to make you pay. Evident in the last play. Ara back to the line, missed her last 2 free throws, looking to make up for it right now, but she's been struggling on the line. 0 for 3 now for Kat Ara. Lida checks in for Topaz. Here's Araha. And foul shots have been the bane for Kathleen Araha. 0 for 4 now. Here's Peñaranda. Peñaranda. Tax over 3 defenders. Snow Peñaranda just wouldn't be denied there. Just too strong for her defenders, and it's now 4-point lead for the Queens with 2 and 8 remaining in the second quarter. Here's Taroa. Taroa decides to attack underneath the Faraon, but the ball is tapped out of bounds. The Ladies Spartan will retain possession. As Valenzuela checks back in. Faraon is fouled by Buendia. And Faraon will group to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw for Faraon won't go in. One of 2 for Faraon. And look at the points in the paint. Queens dominating in that area, 20-12. That's why they're up by 3 points, 30-27, as Peñaranda this time misses it. And Taroa manages to take the ball away, but a counter steal from Amaril, though that 3-pointer won't go in. Oh, and a good find. Ventura now left wide open. They're chasing, but a blown chance for the Quezon Lady Spartan as Ventura throws the ball away. And Buendia seems shaken up, but she's up now. See what happened here. Buendia gets hit in the, I think in the chin, when Taroa was making that pass. Here's Mamaril. Over to Peñaranda. Peñaranda using that Payok sweep. Peñaranda attacks. Over to Buendia. Jumper. No good. Peñaranda, second chance, is fouled. And Snow Peñaranda will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Peñaranda just too strong there for her opponents. Snow Peñaranda in this game, 8 points, 6 rebounds. So on our way to another double-double. Talking about Snow Peñaranda. One of 2 for Peñaranda, but on the second chance, Buendia. And Buendia wouldn't be denied there. So don't look now, it's a 6-point lead for the Queens, and Mamaril turns the ball over. But a counter steal for Faraon. Faraon over to Ida. Ida thinking about the three. And she swings it over. Here's Valenzuela. Valenzuela attacks. Valenzuela kicks it out. A three-pointer. Faraon! Or rather a long... it's a three-pointer for Faraon to cut the lead of the Water Queens, or Pacific Water Queens, to just 3 points. Here's Mamaril. Met by Faraon. Mamaril. Over to Buendia. Underneath. Peñaranda. That's a wasted chance there because Peñaranda had the mismatch. We look at Faraon hitting that corner three-pointer. And we're looking at the final possession of the first half for the Lady Spartan. Here's Valenzuela. 7 seconds. Valenzuela looking to attack. 5 seconds. Valenzuela forces it. No good. Peñaranda the rebound. 2 seconds. Peñaranda at the buzzer. That won't go in, as the first half will end with the Pacific Water Queens holding a 33-30 lead. As we look at the highlights, Jolina Go with 9 points on an efficient 4 of 5 shooting to go along 2 rebounds to lead the Pacific Water Queens to a 3-point lead at the half. The Lady Spartans trailing by 3. We will be back shortly. Welcome back here in the Cayetano WNBL season 2021, where the Pacific Warrior Queens hold a 33-30 lead over the Lady Spartan in this match between two teams who are ready to rise in the team standing. And the grand start for Razalo for the Lady Spartan. On the other end, Snow Peñaranda making things happen for the Pacific Warrior Queens, who are in dire need of a win here, as a loss here would put them into virtual elimination. So definitely they're playing with their backs against the wall. And right now they need to stop ladies like Ventura. The guards of the Lady Spartan are the focal point, or should be the focal point of the defense of the Pacific Water Queens. So you look at the statistics. The Water Queens shooting well, 14 of 35, and out rebounding the Lady Spartans 29-16. Points in the paint, they've been pretty dominant as well. Queens 22-12. So right now they just have to limit their turnovers if they want to survive the Lady Spartan. Look at the leading scorers. Chiki Faraon leading the way for the Lady Spartans with 11, and Jolina Go and Snow Peñaranda with 9 apiece to lead the way for the Queens. So the past few games, Jolina Go not getting much help, but right now with Snow Peñaranda back on the forefront, and you know, guys like Cortizano, or ladies like Cortizano and Buendia, you know, they are in good form this time in this very, very important game here at the Cayetano WNBL season. Again, I'm Christian Jacinto, and I will be calling this game between the Pacific Water Queens and the Quezon Lady Spartan. Third quarter of action underway, and the first possession goes to the Lady Spartan. Here's Ventura. Over to Araha. Araha. Oh, beautiful move by Kat Araha. Just evading the defenders there. And that's 2 points for Kat Araha. 32-32 for Pacific Water Queens. And a power move by Buendia won't go in. And the rebound by Razalo, but she loses it. Buendia over to Snow Peñaranda for her 11th point in the game. Peñaranda breaking into double digits, averaging 12 and 14. Monster numbers as Ventura throws the ball, or rather throws an air ball. Look at that sidestep move by Ara. And on the other end, excellent passing from the Pacific Water Queens. Buendia over to Bilbao. One-hand floater, no good. Battle for the rebound. Araha gets it. Araha, they have numbers. Valenzuela, 4-on-1. Valenzuela stops. No good. Rebound, Peñaranda. On the counters, Jolina Go. Will she get it? No, she won't. And the ball will swing back to the Lady Spartans. Here's Ventura. Over to Valenzuela. Valenzuela waiting for the Razalo pick. Araha now. Swings it over. Ventura. 8 seconds. Ara with the fake. Ara, the floater. No good. Rebound, Bilbao. And Peñaranda looking for the outlet, but decides against it. She throws it over to Cortizano. Cortizano gets the ball tapped, but they will retain possession. And here's Peñaranda for 3. Second three-pointer of the night for Snow Peñaranda. And she's got 14 in the game now. And the Queens enjoying their biggest lead of the game, 38-32. Here's Razalo, the jumper. That's good for Razalo. Joe Razalo. has that sweet shooting form, and that's why you can't leave her wide open. Buendia attacks, power move from Buendia, no good, and Razalo will tap the ball out of bounds. So look at Razalo, just slightly inside the three-pointer, but she has range, and she has power. And speaking of range, Peñaranda lets it fly once more. This time it won't go in. Battle for the rebound. Buendia over to Go for three. That's good. Jolina Go with her second three-pointer of the game. 12 points now for Jolina Go. And it's a 7-point lead for the Queens. Here's Razalo. Over to Ventura. Ventura swings it over. Ara for three. Will she get it back? She gets it right back. Kat Ara. So now it's down to a 4-point lead. Peñaranda gets the ball out. Buendia over to Go. Another three. This time that won't go. Valenzuela gets the rebound. And look at Bilbao just hustling for that basketball, and she gets it. Jolina Go now on the floater. Jolina Go hits. But that wouldn't have been possible had it not for the hustle play of Bilbao, and Peñaranda looking for the steal, but she won't get it. Valenzuela now on the attack. Valenzuela is fouled by Go, and the Pacific Water Queens just upping the defense right now as Jolina Go finding her rhythm in this quarter. Kat Ara making sure that the Pacific Water Queens wouldn't pull away with that by hitting that three-pointer. Ventura, challenged by Go. In and out for Ventura, looking for a foul, but it won't be given. Here's Jolina Go now, trapped by two white shirts. Over to Snow Peñaranda. Peñaranda to Cortesano, over to Bilbao. Good passing for the Pacific Water Queens. And right now, it's an 8-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. 45-37. Here's Araha. Valenzuela, they swing it over underneath to Razalo. Or rather, Ida. Ida powers her way through. Good steal by Buendia. Buendia pushing the basketball over to Cortesano. Nearly loses it back to Buendia. Is fouled by Ara. And Buendia will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As you look at that unselfish play, Peñaranda to Buendia, over to Bilbao, and this time it's Buendia to the line, but Buendia won't hit that first free throw. And Faraon, the leading scorer of the Quezon Lady Spartan, checks back in for Razalo. Taroha also checks in for Ida. Faraon with 11 points, and Taroha still yet to score, but hopefully their addition will give the Lady Spartans some much needed spark here in the third period. As a foul is called on Cortesano. Sara met by Peñaranda. Taroa with the fake. Taroa dips it do. No good. Rebound by Cortesano. And here's Go. Go hounded by Ventura. Go evades 2 defenders. Go spins. Go. No, Peñaranda not ready for that pass. And Mamaril checks in for Cortesano. 45-37, still an 8-point lead for the Pacific Water Queens, heading into the 5-minute mark of the third period. Here's Ventura. Ventura attacks. Ventura, no good. And here's Peñaranda. Peñaranda over to Jolina Go. Jolina Go stops, pops, hits! Jolina Go with her third three-pointer, and she now has 15 points, and more importantly, she gives the Pacific Water Queens an 11-point lead. Look at that confidence from Jolina Go. They're up by 11. We will be back after the break. It's a festive mood here in the Brenzy Gao Center as we look at the phones of the players and coaches and the staff officials, referees also for both teams. As we look at Jolina Go with 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting and 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. You may be wondering why the phones are being taken care of. And I think it's just a safety measure to ensure the integrity of the ball game here in the WNBL. As we go back to live action, a three-pointer by Tupas, no good. And the rebound by Buendia almost loses it. But the ball will stay with the Queens. Here's Mamaril. And an 8-second violation for Mamaril. Not paying attention to the shot clock, so the ball will swing back to the Quezon Lady Spartan. Here's Taroa. Over to Valenzuela. Valenzuela attacks. Valenzuela taking it out. A three-pointer. That's good. That's a three-pointer for Tupas to beat the buzzer and trim the Pacific Water lead to just 3 points. Here's Go with 17 in the game so far. They go to Peñaranda. Peñaranda looking to attack. Peñaranda spins. Peñaranda uses the left hand. No good. Go gets the steal. Go over to Mamaril. Down to Peñaranda for that two-pointer. That's a good pass. Unselfish play for Mamaril. It's back to a 10-point lead for the Pacific Water Queens, 50-40. And here's Taroa is fouled. And Bilbao, I think, will be assessed for the first personal. So look at that, right on time with about 0.2 seconds remaining. Dayan Tupas just, or rather, Tupas just hits that three-pointer. Taroa misses the first. 0 for 2 for Taroa. And there's Peñaranda. Peñaranda looking to take advantage of Araha. Powers her way in. Peñaranda just too strong. Unstoppable. Snow Peñaranda in this game. And here's Valenzuela. Over to Faraon. Faraon, hounded by Buendia. Kicks it out, a three-pointer. One won't go in. Battle for the rebound. Bilbao gets it. And here's Mamaril. Over to Buendia. Buendia attacks. Buendia, no good. The rebound by Faraon. And ball now is with Araha. Here's Valenzuela. Valenzuela puts the brakes on. Here's Araha now. Araha over to Valenzuela. Swings it over. Tupas over to the corner. That's a three-pointer. Long for Taroa. But they get it right back. A three-pointer right there for Valenzuela. And once again, the Lady Spartan seems to have lost their touch. But a good steal by Taroa. But an offensive foul is called after pushing off on Snow Peñaranda. Second personal foul. Let's see what happened here. There's the steal. Good dance. And then she just showed Taroa on the, or rather Peñaranda on the floor there. So that's a good call by the referee. here's Go. Go will just let the ball sail out of bounds. Peñaranda. Waiting for that Tyler screen. Tyler screen. Peñaranda attacks. Peñaranda kicks it out. Adriano with the fake. Adriano attacks. That's good for Adriano. And that's something that they should be doing. Just attacking the smaller lady Spartan. Asara takes a three. Second 3-pointer of the night for Katara. And they needed that three because the Queens were already up by 14, their biggest lead of the game. And look at how they're hounding Jolina Go right now. Taroa not giving Go an inch. And Go would gladly let her teammates take over. Snow Peñaranda now. Peñaranda guarded. Oh, good pass by Peñaranda over to Taller, but Taller misses it. Faraon now on the counter attack. Taroa scores. So down to a 9-point lead once more. Mamaril now looking to attack. Mamaril goes all the way, is fouled. Will she get it? No. But Mamaril will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws off the foul of Faraon. And Mamaril just putting on the moves on Faraon. First free throw is good for Mamaril. That's just her 3rd point of the night. And Jolina Go will get a breather with 49 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Mamaril 2 for 2. So it's back to an 11-point lead, 56-45. Here's Valenzuela. Valenzuela. Over to Ara. Ara. Oh, good pass. That's a good pass by Ara. Over to Faraon, who scores her 13th point of the game. And now it's down to a 9-point lead. On the counter is Balasta. Gives it back to Peñaranda. Peñaranda being defended by Ara. Waiting for that pick. Peñaranda now attacks. Peñaranda kicks it out. Adriano underneath. And good hustle by Faraon. Making that read on that pass. And a timeout is called by the Pacific Water Queens. They're ahead by 9. We will be back shortly. It's a festive mood here at the Brenji Gao Convention Center as we look at the WNBL staff giving our players some candies and chocolates for the energy boost. Of course, it's all treats here, no tricks here at the WNBL. And we're definitely set for a thriller between these two teams. 4.3 seconds on the shot clock for the Pacific Water Queens. Let's see where they go. That's a good play. Snow Peñaranda is fouled, but off the timeout, that's an excellent play called. And a good fight by Balasta. And a good screen. Look at that screen by Thaler. I would like to talk about that screen because that is one big ass screen by Thaler right there. She just erased the defender, leading to that opening for Snow Peñaranda, and Snow Peñaranda hits that first free throw. 2 for 2 for Snow, and it's back to an 11-point lead for the Queens. Almost a steal there, and here's the counter. the Austria. Over to Valenzuela, 8 seconds. 7 on the shot game clock. Here's Valenzuela, 3. Valenzuela for 3, short. And with 0.7 seconds to go, the ball will swing over to the Pacific Water Queens. And they'll just let the clock run out. After all, they're up by 11 points, 58 to 47. The Snow Peñaranda, look at that, 11 points in the third quarter, 20 points all in all, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Talk about doing it all. Snow Peñaranda is the undisputed leader of the Pacific Water Queens, the undisputed queen for them in this game. That's why they're up by 11. We will be back shortly. At the tournament format, each team will play double round elimination. One team will get eliminated. Semifinals is a best of 3. The first seed will take on the 4th seed, while the 2nd and 3rd seed will square off against each other. The winner of those pairings will meet in the best of 3 finals, and this is why it is such an important game for the Pacific Water Queens, mainly because this is their last game of the tournament. They're currently at 1-6 as we look at the standings, and a loss here would definitely send them packing, because it would mean that Stan would get their 2nd win and Pacific Water Queens could not get to that point anymore. That's why they need this win, and they need it badly, and they're playing like it. They're playing like it's an elimination game, and their big guns like Snow Peñaranda and Jolina Bull has certainly stepped up. So right now, it's an 11-point lead for them. It's all about taking care of it now. And here's Adriano over to Peñaranda. Peñaranda waiting for the Thaler screen. Uses that. Peñaranda underneath. Mamaril. No good. Battle for the rebound. The ball will swing towards the Quezon Lady Spartan. Saraha. Valenzuela now looking for a friend. Valenzuela goes underneath. Razalo. That won't go in. And Balasta gets the rebound. There's Mamaril. Back to Balasta. Will safely get the ball across the half-court line. But there's a 3 by Adriano. Won't go in. The Austria gets the rebound. And here's Valenzuela. Valenzuela putting on the move. Saraha hit 2 earlier. This time she'll go to Razalo. Razalo now looking to take advantage of the size, but good dance by Adriano. And on the counter, however, Valenzuela will recover. Valenzuela underneath the Austria. The jumper won't go in. The rebound by Balasta, and Balasta will look to attack. Balasta don't have the numbers, and she will wait for teammates. And Peñaranda gets the ball while she sets up the offense. Over to Mamaril for 3, in and out. Barrow for the rebound. And Peñaranda's goal for the personal. Just a 2nd personal foul for Snow Peñaranda. They're still up by 11. Here's Ara. Jimenez. And a jump ball will be called between Snow Peñaranda and Jimenez. Just quick hands for Peñaranda, catching the driving Jimenez there. And Balasta wins the jump ball over to Peñaranda. Peñaranda will attack. Peñaranda, no good. The rebound by Ara. Ara now on the counter. 4-on-3. Valenzuela, however, loses it. Balasta over to Mamaril. 2-on-1. Mamaril. Drop pass. That's an easy 2 for Peñaranda. And good play for Mamaril, drawing the defender and dropping it to an easy 2 points for Snow Peñaranda in the last second. So it's a 13-point lead, 60 to 47 with 7 and 50 to go in the game. Valenzuela, met by Peñarando over to Diostria. Diostria crosses over. Diostria stops. Mid-range jumper won't go in. Thaler the rebound. And they go to Peñaranda, who has done it all for the Water Queen or the Queens in this game. Peñaranda for three, short. And the rebound by Jimenez. And here's Ara, over to Diostria. Diostria blocked by Peñaranda. And a kickball is called. So Faraon and Ventura checking back in. And they hope to storm back from this 13-point deficit. And here's Mamaril. Mamaril, force it, no good. Rebound, Buendia, block, Mamaril. A third chance, and Mamaril gets it to go. So it's up to a 15-point lead, the biggest lead of the Queens. Over to Ventura, they swing it over. Jimenez runs into a brick wall. That is Thaler. So look at that smart play by Mamaril. So Balasta checks back in. And Bilbao for Mamaril and Thaler. And they're looking to keep a hold on this 15-point lead, but a foul is called. I think that's on Balasta. Ventura will be shooting 3 free throws. And the first one is in for Ventura. Two for two so far for Ventura. And all 3 free throws are good for Dayan Ventura. And here's Balasta. Adriano fakes. Adriano underneath. No good. Again, Buendia. Still no good in the rebound by the Spartan. Here's Ventura. Ventura looking for Faraon. And Faraon loses it. Can't afford that, especially since they're still facing a 12-point lead in this game. Can't afford unforced turnovers. Balasta left wide open, but underneath, good cleanup job by Cara Buendia. So it's back to a 14-point lead. Look at the second chance points right there, 13-4 for the Queens. And one of the main reasons for that is Cara Buendia was cleaned up the boards as Joe Razalo scores on a crucial basket to trim the lead of the Queens to just 12. And a turnover there. Jimenez over to Ventura. Ventura fake pass, attacks, is fouled. And Ventura goes to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Ventura goes to the line, shooting 2, misses the first free throw. Peñaranda checks back in for Eliza Adriano. As they look to put finishing touches in this game, Ventura misses 2 free throws. They're still up by 12 though. Or rather, they're still trailed by 12 though. There's Peñaranda. Peñaranda attacks. Peñaranda, no good. The rebound. And a foul is called on the rebound play. Foul is on Buendia. He's a little too eager to get that offensive board there. And here's Ventura. Ventura attacks. Ventura goes all the way, no good. And a foul on Razalo. (64-52) with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lady Spartan needs something to work for them here. As Peñaranda once more finding Buendia for that assist. Here's Jimenez for three. That's good. And maybe that's what the Lady Spartan need as it trims the lead of the Pacific Water Queens to 11. Go. Go, attacks. Go, the floater. No good. Cortesano gets the rebound. Over to Buendia. Swings it over. Go. Go. Underneath. Peñaranda. Two-man game. No good. And a rebound there. Ventura now on the counter. Ventura leading the attack. Ventura. No good. Rebound by Ara. Over to Ventura. And this time, Ventura scores. But someone is hurt there. I think that's Jolina Go, if I'm not mistaken. Holding on to her left knee. Let's see what happened here. Here's Bilbao. There's Jolina Go right there. Oh, she stepped on the foot of Bilbao. But she's clutching on that left knee. And again, we're hoping that it's nothing serious. Is Jolina Go still being treated? Right there. Jolina Go still down on the floor. Let's just hope that it's nothing serious, because she is such an excellent player. And right now, the Pacific Water Queens are still up 66-57. Although it seems like they will be playing the rest of the 4-minute mark of this game without their one of their main gunners in Jolina Go, who already has 17. (66-57). 9-point lead for the Water Queens. Jolina Go still down on the floor. And right now, it has been a solid performance for Go before that injury. 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting from the field, including hitting 3 of her 4 attempts from downtown. So right now, she will be a big loss, but the most important thing, I think, for the Pacific Water Queens is the health of Jolina Go. For as long as this injury isn't serious, then, you know, they'll take it. Aside from Go, Snow Peñaranda has been so dominant in this game. 22 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks and a steal for Peñaranda. Other main contributors are Buendia with 8 and Mamaril with 6. Stan Lady Spartans on the other hand is led by Faraon, Chinky Faraon with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And Joe Razolo and Dayan Ventura with 10 points apiece. Kat Ara with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals. So a triple-double watch for the diminutive guard, Kat Ara. But right now, all focus are on Jolina Go, who's still on the floor and getting treatment. And I think they will be carrying her out of it. And let's just hope that it isn't serious. We'll try to update you throughout the day regarding the status of Jolina Go. And right now, all we can do is pray and hope that it is not a serious injury for Jolina Go. And she will be headed out now to get treatment. Not a good way, regardless of whatever team you're supporting, whatever team you're playing for. You do not want to see injuries of any kind to any player. So right now, we're back to basketball action as Jolina Go will be stretchered out of this ball game. And Water Queens will now look to hold on without one of their star players. And here's Buendia. Over to Mamaril. Mamaril spins. Bilbao. Big shot by Bilbao. And again, they're gonna need more from the others, especially with Go Out and Bilbao responding with that jumper. Ventura. Over to Faraon. Spins. Faraon. Good move. And foul. And the basket for Chinky Faraon. Putting on the moves on Bilbao. And Faraon completes the 3-point play. So the lead is down to an 8-point lead. And the Lady Spartans forced the turnover. And Valenzuela checks back in for Jimenez. So right now, here's the patented 3-guard lineup of the Lady Spartan. Araha, Ventura, and Valenzuela. So they will look to quicken up the pace here as they try to storm back. Ara underneath. Razolo misses. Battle for the rebound, and the ball will stay with the Quezon Lady Spartan. Oh, good pass underneath. Good baseline play right there. Jade Valenzuela cutting the lead of the Pacific Water Queens to just 6. Mamaril now. Over to Buendia. Sidestep. Beautiful move by Buendia. And the lead back up to 8. Ventura battling for that basketball with Bilbao. And Bilbao forces the jump ball. As we look at that inbounds play, well-designed play. On the other hand, though, Buendia sidestepping her way to that 2 points. But Razalo gets that rebound, or rather wins the jump ball. But that may have not been a good shot there. Here's Mamaril. Mamaril, no-look pass. What a pass from Mamaril. And Buendia finishes off to extend the lead back up to 10. Ventura for Trey. No good. Then the rebound by Buendia. And here's Peñaranda. Over to Cortesano. Final 2 minutes of this ball game. 72-62. Queens versus the Lady Spartan. Queens up by 10. Peñaranda attacks. No good. Rebound by Faraon. Faraon pushes it. Ventura now on the counter. Ventura attacks. Ventura scores. And the lead is down to 8. They will try to put the pressure and a steal by Faraon. Faraon attacks. Faraon overcooks it. Battle for the rebound is Faraon. Here's Valenzuela. Wide open three-pointer for Araha. And the lead is down to 5 with 91 seconds remaining. A minute and 31 seconds to go in the game. The lead of the ladies, or rather the Queens, are down to 5. After that three-pointer by Kat Araha, we will go to a timeout. And we will be back shortly. Lady Spartan are looking to storm back into this game, led by this woman, Cheeky Faraon, with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Not in that stats line is her defensive numbers, 2 steals and 2 blocks also for Cheeky Faraon, and she's leading the way for the Lady Spartan as they were down by as many as 16 points in this game. The lead now is cut to 6. With a lifetime of basketball remaining here at the Brenzigiao Convention Center, 72-66. Pacific Water Queens looking to survive without Jolina Go. And will they do it? Buendia overshoot it, but Bilbao gets the rebound. So now they will try to burn off some time. Peñaranda being hounded by Ventura. Peñaranda, 2 seconds. Peñaranda at the buzzer. No good. Battle for the rebound. Araha gets it. Araha now pushing it. Valenzuela, they have numbers. Ventura attacks. Ventura kicks it out. Valenzuela. Oh, good defensive play there by Cortesano. And they battle for the loose ball, but that may have been the best stop of the evening. Cortesano. We look at that. Oh, I think Ara may have stepped on the baseline, but that was a blind spot for our referees. And a timeout is called once again. This time by the Quezon Lady Spartan. They trail by 6. We will be back shortly. We look at the smallest lady on the floor is 2 rebounds and an assist away from a triple-double. Just a beautiful game for Kathleen Araa. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Playing double her height is Kat Araha. Here's Faraon. Fakes. Faraon attacks. Faraon hangs. No good. And that may have been a big stop for the Pacific Water Queens at Cortizano will get fouled. And the Lady Spartans still not in the penalty. They're down by 6. Here's Peñaranda. Is fouled by Faraon. And right now they are in the penalty. So Peñaranda will be tested on the free throw line. Snow Peñaranda currently shooting 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Make that 5 of 7. That's her 23rd point to go along 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal for Snow Peñaranda. Ice cold nerves from Snow Peñaranda, hitting that 2 free throws, extending the lead of the Queens to 8 points, 74 to 66. Timeout by the Lady Spartan. We will be back shortly. We look at the WNBL D-League. According to our Executive Vice President Rose Montreal, the WNBL will strengthen its presence by providing more platform for women ballers in the country by introducing our own developmental league where college teams can participate during their breaks. So right now, another development in the ever-growing family of the WNBL as we look at our hard-working Executive Vice President, no other than Ms. Rose Montreal, making things possible for women's ballers here in the Philippines. It's about time that we recognize the greatness of these lady ballers. And we are seeing it in the first season of the WNBL. And here's Valenzuela off the inbound. Good play, but they will miss it. And I think this is it for the fight back of the Lady Spartans. Big win for the Pacific Water Queens. 74 to 66. Christine Cortizano looking to ice this game. 75 to 66 now. And it's a 10-point lead, 76 to 66, 19.6 to go. And Ventura over to Valenzuela, back to Ventura for Trey. Won't go, battle for the rebound. Valenzuela gets it, Valenzuela forces it, still won't go. And that would be it. The Pacific Water Queens will stay alive in this tournament by getting an all-important win over the Quezon Lady Spartan, 76 to 66. Big win for the Pacific Water Queens. We will be back with the best player of the game. Stay tuned. Narinig ko. Welcome back here in the WNBL season 2021, where the Pacific Water Queens has scored a 76-66 win over the Lady Spartans. We are joined by our WNBL Double B and Surge Fitness Best Player of the game, Miss Caramia Buendia. Miss Caramia Buendia, 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists, and made the big plays late in the fourth quarter. Welcome to the panel, Miss Caramia, and congratulations for the win.
Thank you so much po. Thank you po. Thank you for...
Caramia, when Jolina Go went down late in the fourth quarter, it was you who really led the surge and steadied the ship in the game. So, ano yung tumatakbo sa isip mo nung nabawasan kayo ng isang player, and how did you pull through in the end?
Well, when Jolina Go went down, everybody really had to step up. So, yun, we told everyone on the court to step up and push through and pull through the game. Because whenever one man is down, of course we have to just keep playing and keep our focus in the game. So yeah, that's how we pull through.
Very crucial win. You needed this win. Kasi pag natalo kayo, para elimination na. So what was your mindset heading into this contest?
Well, we really had to win. It's a must-win game. For us, it was a do or die. So it's basically win or go home for us. And yeah, thank God we won the game. It was a team effort, and yeah, that's it po.
And, congratulations once more, Caramia. We are now giving you the floor. Baka may gusto kong batian and pasalamatan. Take it away now, Caramia.
I want to thank my strength and conditioning coach, Coach Migs Aitona from Aitona Performance. The team doesn't have training, so it was all individual trainings for us, and he really helped me. He really helped me get back in the game and tried to. Yeah, it was all Coach Migs' effort to help me stay fit enough for the league. So thank you, Coach Migs, and I want to also thank my family for their support. Yeah, yun lang po. Ako si Caramia Buendia, WNBL, ang tunay na liga ng atletang Pilipina.
Again, that's our WNBL Double B and Search Fitness Best Player of the Game, Ms. Caramia Buendia. Thank you very much for that, for joining us in the panel. As we lead you now over to the highlights of this game, we look at this clash, a very important clash for the Pacific Water Queens. And boy, did they step up. Faced with the very tough fighting Quezon Lady Spartan, rather the Pacific Water Queens just pulling through in the end after a very close first quarter. We now go to the second quarter as again the supporting cast of the Pacific Water Queens just stepping up to support the 1-2 punch of Snow Peñaranda and Jolina Go. Of course, over to the Lady Spartans, we've seen ladies like Araha and Valenzuela, leading the way. But Jolina Go and Snow Peñaranda just too much in the second half. Jolina Go hitting 2 3-pointers in the third period. Snow Peñaranda, just carrying the fight for the Pacific Water Queens. And up in the fourth quarter, even when Jolina Go went down, it was this lady, Ms. Caramia Buendia, hitting the big shots, making the right plays, making the right decisions as they take away a 76-66 lead win. A pretty important win for them. As we go to the next game, don't leave because we have a very good game up ahead. The Lady Generals taking on the Glutagens Glow Boosters. We will be back shortly. Just stay there, and we will be right back.